If you're planning to apply in Native Camp, this video is for you. For now, Native Camp is only hiring people who have teaching experience. Kasi nga, because of the pandemic, a lot of people are applying. So, they're only catering people who have teaching experience for now, just for now. In this video, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung lesson material na gagamitin for your demo lesson. There are two lesson materials specifically for the demo lesson na gagamitin nyo. And the Native Camp staff or the staff who would act as your student, siya yung pipili kung alin dun sa dalawa yung lesson na dapat mong e-demo. Okay, so this is the first one. Grammar Beginner 4, Why Do You Need NATO? Okay. The second one is Grammar Middle. Please wait. Okay, here. The second material is Grammar Beginner. Would you mind me closing the windows? Okay, so ito yon. But for my sample, let's use the Grammar Beginner. Why do you need NATO? Okay. By the way, for your demo lesson, you have 3 attempts or 3 retakes if ever you fail on your first try. Okay, but I also heard from other people who also tried to apply na lumampas ng 3 times yung pag-retake nila. Okay, but on my case, I retake on my third retake, I finally passed. And okay, in this video also, I'm going to tell you the tips on how to really pass your demo lesson and the feedback na binigay sa akin during my demo lessons. And bakit umabot ako ng hanggang 3 retake, okay? So, let's start. Okay, so this is the lesson material. This is one of the lesson material, Grammar Beginner 4. Why do you need NATO? Can you see the words in red? This one? The sentences in red. Ito yung teacher's guide na kailangan yung sundin. Okay, during the lesson flow. So, very, very detailed kasi nandito na yung mga things na dapat mong gawin. As you can see, very detailed. Okay, so first, before you start your discussion with the student, of course, you say, "Hi, welcome to Native Camp." And it's important that you ask the student first, "Can you hear and see me clearly?" Okay, ganon. And after that, you introduce yourself. "My name is Chu Chu Chu." Okay, and then you ask the student's name. "Oh, nice to meet you." Okay, so ganon. Introduction is very important here at Native Camp. And also, it's important na after the introduction, meeting the student, you also ask about your speaking speed, the way you speak. For example, "Is my speaking speed okay?" Or you can say, "Am I speaking too fast or too slow?" Okay, so mga ganun lang naman yung dapat mong sabihin. And before starting the actual lesson material, you always have to ask the student if tama ba ang lesson material na nandito sa harapan nyo. Okay? So for example, nandiyan na student. "Okay, thank you, Andy. For today, you chose Grammar Beginner 4. Is that correct?" Okay, that's great. Okay, so ganon. Always ask if the material is correct. Okay, and after the confirmation, of course, you follow this one. Okay, so for this morning, our lesson is Grammar Beginner 4. And the title of our lesson is Why Do You Need NATO? Please repeat after me. Okay. Ganon. So, yun yung pinaka-intro. And after that, you really just have to follow the sentences in red. This is very important because this is the teacher's guide. Okay, so there. And please don't forget, okay, for example, in today's phrases, if you're finished this and the student did well in reading the sentences, try to praise. Okay, like, okay, very good. Thank you, Andy. Something like that. Okay. And then after reading this one, you have to say thank you. Let's move on to the new words and expressions. Okay, parang ganun lang naman. And then again, follow the teacher's guide over here. Okay, and this one, the blue one, this is also just for the teacher. So only us teachers can see the one in red. In red and this one, the blue one. Okay, so if your student can't understand the meaning, please search pictures on Google and share the URL with the student. Okay, so you can search and of course the site, send it to the chat box so the student can search it also. Okay, and can you see it, this one? So this is a definition. For example, this one, no way. It's a definition about no way. Okay, so if the student will ask, what's no way? So you try to copy this one, copy and paste sa chat box. Okay, by the way, your camera will be up here. Okay, dyan. Dyan mo makikita yung camera mo at yung camera na student on this side. Here, maliit. Yes, here. Okay. So, pwede mo rin yang switch. Okay. Okay, and it's very important, guys, that, for example here, please repeat after me twice. Okay, wag niyong kalimutan, of course, pag sinabi niyong twice, dapat talagang 2 beses niyong basahin tong every word. Kasi daw, minsan, may iba kasi na nakakalimutan sa sobrang kaba. Okay, for example, they'll say, because, and the student will repeat after you. And then, he proceeded to the next phrase, which is this one. Okay, don't forget, if you say twice, it should really be twice, okay? And after that, okay, another one. Conversation, check the direction. Okay, this time, I'll give you the tips, the feedback, that the NativeCom staff told me during my demo lessons. Let's have the last part. Okay, let's have this one, the question part. Okay, in this part, you're going to ask the student a question, which is this, of course. And then, every time sasagot yung student, itatype mo dapat yon. So, dapat makinig ka ng mabuti and itype yung sagot ni student sa chat box, always. Okay, so type the student's answer in the chat box, send, and if there's a grammatical mistake sa sentence sa student, always correct. Okay, you write down the correct sentence. Okay, write it down. And please don't forget to tell the student bakit mali yung sagot niya and bakit tama yung ginawa mong sentence. Okay, ang nangyari kasi during my demo lesson is I used the chat box pero I forgot to explain bakit mali yung sagot niya. I just corrected, I made the correct sentence, pero nga nakalimutan kong sabihin, bakit is? Bakit hindi are? Okay, parang yung mga ganun na instances. So, you really have to explain why do we have to use is and bakit are? Bakit hindi is? Okay, so always explain kasi yan yung titingnan nung staff, yung NativeCom staff na nag-a-act as your student. If marunong ka bang mag-correct ng proper grammar. So, that is very important. Another one is about this one. here about the review part. So, in the review part, at the end of your lesson, you have to choose 3 words. Okay, any words. 3 words from from the words and expressions. Choose 3 words over here na i-review nyo. Okay? Kahit anong word. So you have to take note 3 words in advance just to make sure that you do not forget. Okay? Choose 3 words para hindi ka bumabalik na naman sa itaas para pumili ng words. So you have to take note 3 words and review it with a student. Okay, so it is said here, pick up at least 3 words for the new words or phrases. Okay, just like I said, you need 3 words. And every time you review it with a student, you have to let the student repeat after you for 3 times. Okay, here, 3 times. Okay, just like this one. Here, here. So, 3 times yung uulit-ulitin basahin yung word. Okay, and if ever the student have a mispronounced word, you also have, of course, take note of that. Okay, for example, the student made a sentence or during the reading of the new words and expression, my mispronounced words, student, always type it in the chat box. Okay, that's very important that you have to take note of that. So, yun. Ilalagay mo rin sa chat box yung mispronounced word and you have to choose at least 1 grammatical mistake that the student made. Pero, during my demo lesson so far, hindi naman sila gumagawa ng mispronounced word, yung staff. Okay, so no mispronounced word, no grammatical error. So, yun. I just choose 3 words and phrases that we have reviewed. Okay, so yun lang yung ginawa ko. Okay, and another reason why I failed on my first try was eye contact. Okay, kasi nasanay kasi ako sa first company ko, which every time, of course, our camera is over here, right? Of course, on this side, on this side. Okay, so every time I have my class, I always look at the screen where the student is. Okay, so hindi na ako tumitingin sa mismong camera talaga. So gusto kong tumingin sa student mismo, which is nasa screen, right? So yun yung ginagawa ko. Tapos it was noticed by the staff or the student. Okay, so sinabi niya sa akin na dapat daw sometimes I have to look at the camera eye to eye so that the student can feel na pinapakinggan mo talaga siya ng mabuti. Okay? Kasi daw, pag palaging sa screen ka lang nakatingin, baka sabihin ng student na hindi ka nakikinig ng maigi sa kanya. So, yun. So, from time to time, for example, the student is reading something or the student is answering. Try to look at the camera as if you're looking at the student eye to eye and listening carefully sa sagot niya. Okay? So, yun lang yung tip ko sa inyo. Okay, and another thing kung bakit ako bumagsak is the internet connection. Okay. So, the time na magbibigay na sana ng feedback, yung staff sa akin is biglang naputol o talagang biglang nawala yung connection ko for about 3 minutes. Yes, so matagal-tagal din yung 3 minutes. Okay, so nag-standby ako ulit kasi nga naputol yung call namin. And then another staff came in and told me na the last staff daw na nakausap ko, ang feedback niya is okay daw yung teaching skills ko, magaling daw. But the problem is my connection is not stable. So kahit daw gaano ka kagaling magturo, if your connection is not good, so hindi talaga nila i-consider. That's why nag-retake na naman ako. Okay, and yun, the last retake that I did was successful. So I passed on my third. Okay, on my third one. Okay, so yun yung tips ko sa inyo, guys. And of course, the feedback na binigay sa akin, I hope na makatulong ang lahat ng yon during your demo lesson. Okay? And also, you can use my email ad if you want to apply, and I'll try to help you pass your the first part is the English proficiency test. Okay, so I will help you with the test itself, okay? Not to really get the perfect score, but passed. Okay, I'll help you with that. So you can use my email. So it's in the description. Thank you so much. Again, if you need help in passing the English proficiency test, I can help you with that. You can also use my email address as your referral, so it's in the description box. Also, you can message me there in my email address if you have some questions or if you want to ask for a help in applying. Okay? Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.